Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm Mr. Fayaz Ahmad kuchay from Bramla. Today my topic is for class 11th electronics students. I'm discussing the very first unit of syllabus for class 11th electronics, which I have not yet discussed. The name of the unit is AC signals. AC signals. I may give you conception for what the AC signals means. AC means the alternating current, and DC means direct current. So, in this topic, in this unit, you are discussing AC signals, alternating current signals, different types of signals of AC. So, first of all, let me discuss about a cycle. What does a cycle mean? What does a cycle mean? Cycle. I have drawn a diagram here for a complete cycle. This is called a complete cycle. You are aware that alternating current is measured always in cycles, pulses. We can call it as a cycle or a pulse. The alternating current moves in this way, always moving in this way. That doesn't move in a straight manner. The DC current moves in the straight manner, but the alternating current moves in this pulse manner. So I'm discussing cycle, a complete cycle. What does a cycle mean? Cycle is being of this type. This is being the positive end of the cycle, and this is being the negative end of the cycle. So a cycle is a complete set of positive. This is a positive end and this is negative. One complete set of positive and negative values of alternating current. Alternating means positive and negative. Alternating direction is known as complete cycle, positive and negative. One complete set of positive and negative value of alternating quantity is known as cycle. This is called a complete cycle, as I have shown in the figure. Followed? And this cycle has got phases, different type of phases. Here in between, it has got pi by 2. Pi has value 180. That means this is 90. This is 180. This is 270, and that is 360. The pulse goes up to the values 360. How would we define a cycle? A cycle is a positive and negative value of alternating quantity. Positive and negative value of alternating quantity. Okay. So the time period is being measured from pulse this end 0. This is 0 end. This is the pulse is 0 end. Okay, and this is as per this statement. This is 90. This is 80. This is 80, and here you have got pi by 2. That is 90. Okay, this is 3 pi by 2. That is 270, and this is 2 pi, which is equal to 360. So time period is measured from this end to this end, a complete pulse from this end to this end where it finishes. So how would you measure a time period? Time period, it is the time taken by alternating value. Alternating means that pulse value. Voltage, or you can measure a voltage or a current of this type, a complete cycle. The time period is measured is the time taken by alternating value voltage, alternating value voltage, it's alternating value. That means I am showing here the time period. We are measuring from this end 0 up to the last of this pulse where it finishes. We are taking a straight in dots in this line straight up to the bottom, up to its pulse bottom side, negative side of the pulse. We are measuring from zero value to this bottom of the pulse straight from upside. This, as I have shown here, this is the time period, and it's a complete one cycle also. Number of cycles you have to measure. So you can say if it is making 50 cycles, like this 50 cycles, it's making 50 cycles, then you have to write 50 cycles per second. Time period is equal to 50 cycles per second. So which is equal to being time period, which is equal to 0.02 50 cycles. So then you have 1 by 50 per second. T is equal to 1 by, as I have written it, T is equal to 1 by 50 cycles. If it is making 50 cycles, this 50 cycles of the pulses are being made per second, then you have got the value equal to 0.02 seconds per cycle. It is the value for per cycle. Okay, is it clear now? Now let me tell you what is the frequency. The number of cycles which it makes, for example, it makes a cycle, as I have discussed it, 50 cycles. Then you have to take 50 cycles per second. 50 cycles per second, that's being the frequency. If it is making 50 cycles, then you have to take 50 cycles per second, and it's being measured in hertz. HERTZ, hertz, HZ, hertz, cycles per second, or hertz, HZ. Okay, the number of cycles it's making per second. And then comes the number of amplitude. What's the amplitude? Amplitude means the maximum value, positive value. This is here shown here. Maximum value. This is the positive end of the cycle. Positive end of the cycle. The maximum value, it goes up to its peak value. That is known as from this point to this peak value. It's the amplitude of the cycle. It's known as the amplitude of the cycle. These were the basic fundamentals of AC signals, which were compulsory to discuss with you people. So I'm sure you may have followed and got it. Okay, that will do for today. Assalamu alaikum.